Good morning, children. So today we are going to start the first chapter of ninth, that is number systems. Let us see what you mean by number systems. Generally, what is number system? Generally speaking, don't go for a technical definition what is in the textbook. Let us see what are number system. Number system is very simple. See, when you put the numbers in a particular order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe even numbers, maybe odd numbers, maybe integers, maybe whole numbers, maybe real numbers. What are those? I will give you explanation. I think what are even numbers? Do you know what are even numbers? Even numbers are those numbers which are completely divisible by 2. If you want, you can write it down. I think you may know because it is from the beginning also. So even numbers, just I will give the hint for you. The numbers which are completely divisible by 2. So any number, you can take any number, if that given number is completely divisible by 2, then we call it as a even number. For example, you can take any number, or the tables of 2 are all totally are even numbers only. Maybe 2, 4, 6, 8. You take any big number or small number, the number which are completely divisible by 2 are called even numbers. And what are odd numbers? You can take examples 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It goes on. Okay. These are some of the even numbers. So what are odd numbers then? See, the odd numbers are the numbers which are not completely divisible by 2. In a simple way, I am not going to in deep definition. In simple way to remember what are even numbers and what are odd numbers. Even numbers which are completely divisible by 2 and you will not have any remainder. The remainder will be always 0. That is r equals to always 0. But in odd numbers, the numbers not are completely divisible by 2, there will be some remainder. Remainder will not be equals to 0. You may have remainder equals to 1, or remainder equals to 2, or remainder equals to 3, or remainder equals to 4, or some points, anything else. So whichever it is, the number which have the remainder not other than 0 are called odd numbers. Completely, the numbers must be completely divisible by, not divisible by 2 when it comes to odd numbers. If the numbers are completely divisible by 2, then we call them as even numbers, for your information then. So let us see, enter into the number system then. Then what is the number system then? Have seen number system? Have seen the scale of yours? I think you have compass, scale. So if you take the compass or scale, I am telling you this is the first chapter, that is number systems. And if you have the scale here, if you think this is the scale, I'm going roughly here. So here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes on. And here we'll have on the right hand side, for me you have positive numbers, on the left hand side we have negative numbers. Those are -1, -2, -3, -4 and goes on. So in the middle you may have any numbers like 1 by 4, or you may have 1 by 2 also. Then after that you will get 1. 1 by 4 in the sense fourth part, 1 by 2 in the half, and now it is 1. So this is the scale which we have. So every numbers depends upon the number scale only. Getting the point? Everything depends upon number scale only. So whatever the numbers we have, what we have, the numbers, everything will study under the numbers in the number scales. I told you we have real numbers, we have whole numbers, we have natural numbers, we have integers, we have rational numbers, we have irrational numbers. Then how to locate them on the scale, that also we will see. First let us see what are these type of numbers and what they are represented by and what are the alphabetical letter given to represent any number. It may be a whole number or it may be integer or any number. Let us see first number. So here we have the first number, natural number. What are natural numbers generally? Natural numbers, what do you mean by natural numbers? Natural numbers, simply saying, they are counting numbers. Natural numbers are nothing but, you say in a simple word, these are called counting numbers. And what do you mean by counting numbers then? See, any natural number will start from 1. So the number will start from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes. Okay, any number which starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or else you can go with this symbol also. This symbol indicates what? Infinity. There is no end at all. But condition is the number should start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And again he has given natural numbers and how natural numbers are denoted, with which letter the natural numbers are denoted. So for example, all natural numbers are denoted by capital N. If we have capital N, then it indicates that is natural numbers. So we can write in this format also. So N equals to natural numbers. If I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes on up to infinity. So you can write in this format also. Which type of numbers these are all? These are all called natural numbers and the word or the letter represented by N. I told you the numbers will start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and it goes on up to infinity. There is no end at all. These are called natural numbers. And second number is whole numbers. I think you understood natural numbers here. So let us go with whole numbers. What do you mean by whole numbers then? Whole numbers. You see, there is a lot of difference between while writing, because I have seen many students making mistake by writing the word whole because it is WHOLE. Sometimes what you will do is you will write HOLE only. So HOLE is whole, it is totally different. It is English word. It is mass word, WHOLE, total words. So what are whole numbers then? The numbers, you can say any number which starts from 0. The numbers starts from 0 are called whole numbers. Starting from 0 in the sense the number should start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. These are called whole numbers. Then what is the difference between natural number and a whole number then? They look same, no? But I told you already, natural numbers are the numbers which start from 1, whereas whole numbers are the numbers which start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whatever it is, it goes up to infinity. So with what alphabet it is represented then? Which one? The whole numbers. So the whole numbers generally they are represented by W with the capital letter. So everything what you will be writing will be of capital letters only, that you have to keep in mind, that don't write small letters. Every letter should be written in capital letters. So whole numbers is represented by the letter W. So this I can write in this format also. Whole numbers equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up goes infinity. Got it? So the number starts from W. W means whole numbers. When we see W, it indicates it is a whole number. So whole numbers always starts with 0. And natural numbers, they always starts from 1, whereas the whole numbers always starts with W. This is the main difference between whole numbers and natural numbers. While writing also, you should be very careful to see what are whole numbers and what are natural numbers. So they may ask write natural numbers. So if you start with 0, again it will be a wrong one. So whole numbers always starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is represented by the letter capital letter W. And let us see the next one. Integers. We have another numbers called integers. So what are integers then? Which type of numbers we call them as integers? So integers, the collection of all whole numbers and negative natural numbers, you can write it. The collection of all whole numbers you should be very careful while writing integers. What is the definition I am giving is the collection of all whole numbers. Whole numbers in the sense the numbers which starts from 0. If you remove 0, then you will get natural numbers also. So whole numbers also indicate natural numbers. The whole numbers of all whole numbers and a negative natural number numbers is called integers. So what is the definition we are given for integers? Integers is a collection of all whole numbers plus negative natural numbers. Then you will have negative numbers also. You will have -1, we have -2, -3, -4, whatever it is. We will have all the numbers in whole numbers. So example you can take, and these whole numbers they are represented by Z. You can represent either by I or you can represent it by Z. Generally we will go with Z only. So the integers are the numbers which are represented by capital Z. So if you want to indicate, you can indicate in this way also. So Z, nothing but integers. You can go with I also. Sometimes they will write with I also, but generally we will go with Z. Z means combination of all whole numbers as well as negative natural numbers. So these are called integers. For example, you can go 0, we will have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. It goes on infinity. So this is example for integers. So what one is example for integers? The collection of all whole numbers and negative natural numbers, means totally the collection of all whole numbers as well as negative natural numbers are called integers. So these integers contain positive numbers as well as negative numbers. That's why I told you the definition of all whole numbers and also negative integers. These are the things which will come in this subject. So what we learned here, first we learned what are numbers and what is the scale, negative numbers, positive numbers, and we have natural numbers, and we have whole numbers, and we have integers. And next we'll go with another one. So these are all basics which is given, which is not given in a textbook, but I am writing the definition so that it will be easy for you to understand. But he has mentioned clearly in your textbook also what you mean by whole number, what is mean by natural number, and everything also. So we'll go with rational numbers. So what are rational numbers? I think this you have studied already. A number, if any number which can be represented in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0, then it is called a rational number. So what are rational numbers? The numbers which are represented in the form of p by q. This is very important one. So any number, if you represent the number in the form of p by q, and main thing is q should not be equals to 0. If q becomes 0, then totally it is a 0, then it will not be a rational number. So what are rational numbers? Any number which can be the numbers which can be represented in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0. I told you already, any number, whatever the number may be, it should be represented in the form. In what form it should be represented? The number should be represented in the form of p by q. Got it? The number should be represented in the form of p by q, and q should not be equals to 0. Then that type of numbers are called rational numbers. Okay? We have irrational numbers also, that we'll see afterwards. What do you mean by irrational numbers? For the beginning, let us go with rational numbers, because rational numbers are very important for you. So any number which are represented in the form of p by q and q is not equals to 0 are called rational numbers. Example, you can give many examples. 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 6 by 7 goes on. So we are representing the number in the form of 1 by 2 or in the form of p by q. All numbers are in the form of p by q only. This you have to keep it in mind. What the numbers are? All the numbers are in the form of p by q only. So the numbers which are in the form of p by q and where q is not equals to 0, q should not become 0. If q becomes 0, then it is not a rational number. So the numbers which are represented in the form of p by q and q should not be equals to 0, and those numbers are called rational numbers. For example, we are given 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 6 by 7. Any number you can give, but keep it in mind that q should not become 0. If q becomes 0, what happens? For example, if I take 1 by 2, if 2 becomes 0, if 2 equals to 0, 1 by 0, then becomes 0. So there will be no value at all. Does anyone know what is the value of 1 by 0 and 0 by 1? Because this question, I think many of you don't know what is the value. They will write only 0. What is 1 by 0 and 0 by 1 here? Generally speaking, 1 by 0. What do you mean by 1 by 0? For example, 0, if I take 1, how many times? 0 1 ja, 0 will get. Again 1 will remain. Getting? Again I can write 0 1 ja, 0. Again 1 will remain. Again I can write 0 1 ja, 0. Again 1 will remain. So 1 by 0, the value of 1 by 0 is infinity. It doesn't have any value, so you cannot write it as 0. But what is 0, 0 by 1? If I write 0 by 1, how much you get? 1, 0 divided by 0. So 1 0 ja 0 you will get, and the answer will be 0. So this you can write it as 0, but here it is not 0, it is infinity. So that is what you have to remember while writing any number. 1 by 0 or 2 by 0 or 3 by 0, whatever you write, that is infinity. It does not have any end. It goes on dividing and dividing. There will be no end for this. But if you take 0 by 1, then automatically it will be exactly equals to 0. This you have to keep in mind. So now come to the rational numbers. So the numbers which are represented in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0, and we can give any examples. We are given 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 6 by 7 also. So this condition, if it agrees, then we can say this is a rational number. Got it? So let us see some more example on this. He has given there. See what are the rational numbers. Some questions are there. Let us try to answer those questions which are from the textbook. To page number 3. You have the example 1. Are the following statements true or false? Give the reasons for your answers. He is asking. What is asking? True or false? The statements given, whether it is true or false. So he is asking some questions and he is asking us to find whether the given question is true or false. The first one is, every whole number is a natural number. Every whole number is a natural number. Okay, what will you answer? Is the question is, every whole number is a natural number. So every whole number, is every whole number a natural number? I told you already. So make sure with the definitions of natural numbers as well as whole numbers, because natural numbers starts with 1 whereas whole number starts with 0. So the answer is false. Why it is false? Because 0 is a whole number but it is not a natural number. Zero is a whole number but not a natural number. You can find it very clearly here. See what is saying, every whole number is a natural number, whether it is true or false is asking. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be false. Why? Because 0 is a whole number but not a natural number. So every whole number cannot become a natural number. Got it? Every whole number cannot become a natural number because 0 is a whole number, because whole number starts with 0. 0 is a whole number but it is not a natural number. So this is our answer for this question. The second one. So what is the second one? Every integer is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number. Whether it is true or false is asking. Every integer is a rational number. I told what are rational numbers? I told you already. Rational numbers are the numbers which are in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0. So q should not become 0 and it should be in the form of p by q only. So if the number can be represented in the form of p by q, then we call that number as a rational number. So he is asking whether every integer is a rational number or not. So what are integers then? I told you already. So this is main reason why I am telling you again and again to go with the definitions of every numbers which I gave today, whether it is a whole number, natural number, rational number, integers, and whatever it is. So you should be very careful while giving the answers, whether you are giving it for this or anything else. So what is saying? Every integer is a rational number. What will be answer? Whether it is true or whether it is false. Can it be a true or can be it a false? If we say true, then you should have the answer why it is true. Then if we say false, then you should have the answer why it is false. So if I say true, then you must give the answer why it is true. And the question is every integer is a rational number or not? This is the question. So the answer is true. Why it is true? My answer is true. You may say, sir, it is a false. So if I say true, then I must give the answer for it. Why it is true. And if you say false, then you have to give the answer for that question why it is false there. Getting? So every integer is a rational number. So my answer is true. Why? Because every integer m can be represented or q can be represented. Every integer, if I take any number, example if I am taking here m, every integer m can be expressed see clearly, every integer m is any number, don't go with m there because m can be any number. Every integer m can be expressed in the form of m by 1. So now if I write m in the form of m by 1, if there is nothing, if it is a, it indicates it is in the form of 1 only. Why a by 1 only? If it is 2, it's nothing but 2, but it will be 2 by 1 only. But 2 by 1 is equals to 2 only. So every integer m, you can take any number, it can be expressed in the form of m by 1, and so it is a rational number. And so it is a rational number. See clearly here. So every integer is a rational number is the question. So my answer is true. Why it is true? Because every integer m can be expressed in the form of m by 1. Any number can be expressed in the form of m by 1, and so it is a rational number. Got it? So any number can be expressed in the form of rational number, whatever the number it is. It is -2, you can write it as -2 as -2 by 1. If it is -1, you can write the number as -1 by 1 also. But it is in the form of p by q. That you should never forget, because rational number, the definition itself says is what the number should be in the form of p by q, where q should not be equals to 0. This is the main definition of rational number. So if I take m by 1, but 1 is not equals to 0, 1 is a number also, so natural number. So m by 1, and so it is a rational number in integer. So this is the answer for this question. Okay, take the next one. Okay, we have third one. What is third one? Third one says every rational number is an integer. Every rational number is an integer. So what is the question? The question is every rational number is an integer, whether it is true or false. What will be your answer? See, I am asking you the question is every rational number is an integer. So if you want to know whether it is a rational, every rational number is an integer, before that you have to know the definitions of both rational numbers as well as integers. So my answer will be false. Why it is false? Why the number is, why the definition, why the statement is false? Every rational number is an integer. Can every rational number can become an integer? Let us see. The answer is because if you take any number 3 by 5, it is not an integer. Got it? So 3 by 5 is an rational number, but it is not an integer. Why it is not an integer? What is the definition of integer? Integers are the numbers which contains all the whole numbers as well as negative natural numbers. So here we don't have any negative natural number here. 3 by 5 is purely a rational number, but it is not an integer. So what we say is the equation or the statement, what we say, it is totally false. Why? Because 3 by 5 is not a integer, but 3 by 5 is a rational number. Okay, got it? So children, once again I will tell you, you go with the definitions what I given today, whether it may be a rational number or whole number or integer, and go with the definitions and go with the statements. Tomorrow we can, in the next class, you can see how to represent any rational number or irrational number on the number line, maybe in the number line in the sense in the scale number, what I did in the first point. So you can show every rational number on the number line, or you can show what are the numbers or what are the rational numbers are there in between two numbers, that can also be seen here. That will be seen in the next class. Today we'll conclude up to here. In the next class we'll see you children. Thank you.